Goody's Positioning of the Sun, everybody. You know the name already. And I have a co-star. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, it's mypoptart back at it again. I think this is like our 10th time doing a video together. Yeah,
You,
it's good to be back.
you can call us the Game Grumps of Countdowns. Anyway,
Yes.
anyways, we have a simple question for you. Who do you think is the best gym leader in the region they reside in? Now, I'm going to be completely straight up honest with you. This question will not be taking into account gameplay full heartedly. Because if it did, I guarantee you damn near every answer would change.
Exactly. So what we did here was that we considered the vibe of each character, different
Yeah.
appearances, think the anime, and not everything is going to be through the eyes of gameplay. Though
Just
though bonus points are awarded if you're a difficult fight.
so remember how the Rivals video worked when we did that? Yeah, treat it more like that than an actual difficulty. And with that being said, for Kanto, this should be the absolute fucking most obvious. I will give you a singular second to pause. A singular second has passed. It's Brock.
It's it's the boy. I mean, was there really other any other answer when it came to Kanto? Brock has become one of the most iconic trainers in Pokemon history, and it's all thanks to his anime appearance.
Yeah. His teams in game do suck unless you're doing the Johto games versions, in which case I love those. I've got to say, in all forms of the anime, he is the best gym leader, aside from maybe Pokemon Origins. But listen, you can't beat a good jelly filled donut. They are my favorite, and nothing will beat a jelly filled donut on my trusty frying pan that is now a drying pan.
Exactly. And a nice little tidbit he introduced was the idea that gym leaders use a certain amount of Pokemon based on how far you are into your journey, which I think is really smart.
Like, that, yes, that should absolutely be the case. Like, okay, and this is something I feel Scarlet and Violet very heavily missed out on doing. But there's no way that everyone is going to start from Pallet Town or Odale Town and just so happen to run across that journey. Like, I think gym leaders should have multiple teams depending on their journey. And before you go bringing up, oh, but Norman made you wait until you had 5 or something gym badges. Looking at you, Sir Saria, since you said this was fucking stupid. Keep in mind, that guy wants to fight you with actual power. He's a bit impatient because he's not waiting for 8, but he does want to test you with actual power and not beginning luck.
Yeah, and so besides that one very rare case, Brock is the only person to really show that. And it's a shame, but it's kind of funny that Brock is the one to do it.
Yeah, because let's just be real here. There's no way man's got to be a league recognized position with a Geodude and an Onyx. He's got to have more in his bag, and he does. But moving on, in Johto, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, adult Chucky Finster.
This was a tougher region to pick from because not a whole lot of the Johto like gym leaders are very memorable. You could go with Claire, but Claire was a very sore loser, and that kind of tainted her reputation. Thus, we had to go with Chuck.
Yeah.
But I'm not exactly upset that we had to go with Chuck.
Listen, Chuck has dat vibes. You see that mutton chops he's wearing? He's fucking rocking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard not to have a good time when you're fighting Chuck.
Have you seen this man? Some might call it a dad bod. You gotta go at some point and say it's a dad D. Like, you just got to admit to
Yeah,
yourself,
no, there's not a whole lot to say.
yeah, just the vibes are immaculate with this one. He feels like the kind of guy who would show. I mean, look at his picture in Gen 4. He is casually lifting what seems to be at least 145 pounds on one arm.
And he's ready, raring to go. Like, there's not a whole lot to say other than this dude rocks.
Yeah. Now, speaking of which, in Hoenn, it's the exception to it's the very rare case of Norman.
Norman, to be honest, Gen 3 was a very, very tough call because you had some genuinely decent other options. Think Winona, think Flannery. The reason we chose Norman was because he's a relatively difficult battle, and I think his too many types iteration is one of the funniest gym leaders to ever be made.
Yeah, the furry enjoyer. But the other main thing, too, and again, this is just personal layoff, is that I do like the idea that your dad wants to challenge you with power, but is too impatient to make you grab all eight. So he's like, just grab five and come back, or just grab four and come back.
Yeah, no, it is interesting, but given Norman's normal typing, it is rather easy to find a way through him.
Yeah. Why were there two slackings in Sapphire? That's a change I'm glad they made
I have
in
no clue.
Emerald. Listen, slacking is a good Pokemon, especially when you're playing a randomizer and you don't get Truant for its ability, because straight up, the only thing preventing slacking from being a pseudo legendary is Truant.
I mean, you could use neutralizing gas, but that's whole competitive Pokemon. Anyway,
Yeah. For Sinnoh, once again based off the vibes but more powerful, and his name is Crasher Wake. Da, 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 da.
this is Chuck on adrenaline, maybe even literally, but everything here is dialed to 11 and it's so much fun.
Look at Dem eyebrows. Dem eyebrows make his hairline. That's not a part of his mask.
Yeah, and even if he is like relatively early into Gen 4, he does have a pretty solid team. I mean, having three fully evolved water types is decent.
Especially that Quagsire. If you don't have a grass type, that Quagsire will give you some troubles.
Yeah, and you're discouraged off rip to take a grass type because Gyarados is there.
Yeah. I think your I think your best bet in the battle would be to depend on a Togetic, since you can't get a Togekiss until way after this fight in Kanalave City.
Still, I think his battle is like so it's decent and the vibes are even better than Chuck's. So here he
Yeah,
stands.
what what are you going to do against a man built like this charging at you? The answer, Pinata.
Pinata.
Anyways, moving on to Unova. Once again, there is an objective correct answer. I will give you a second to pause. A second has passed. Are you ready? It's Clay.
this was the easiest decision other than Brock on this entire list. And that is for one simple reason. That is the most rootinest, tootinest Japanese person I have ever seen.
The most American Japanese man ever. First off, too many Americans.
yeah, too many types has this dude as a gun specialist in the place of Tate and Liza. That is peak comedy.
And
Like
if you yeah. If you're wondering
his special
why
attack, like Sorry, go ahead.
You go first. You go first. You're on a thought. I'm gonna interrupt it.
Yeah, his main move was bare arms.
Nice.
The, the entire fight, you're just getting hit with bare arms.
So, two things. One, you can never forget Drifter City. Copyright. I wish I could. Copyright.
Hmm.
And the other thing is, some of you might not know what hashtag Clay is over party means. And if you do know, you're a fan of Salty DK Dan. But to give you all the context, there's this challenge he was doing called a friend lock. It was basically a Nuzlocke, but you have one of your friends control one of your Pokemon. And Clay was a huge hurdle to them the first time that they had wiped out, and they had lost a lot of key players. So, in anger and frustration, they decided to make a hashtag Clay is over party, trying to cancel the Pokemon character Clay. Little did they realize that that was Dream's real name, and this is before the whole cheating thing scandal and whatever got him canceled happened. So they thought Salty DK Dan was trying to cancel Clay Dream because his real name is
That is
Clay.
one. Yeah, that is one crazy story for a random dude in Unova.
Yeah. Uh, but let's move on to Kalos, as this guy is the coolest name, and I just wished you fought him sooner. It's Wolfric.
This was another difficult um, generation to choose from because, like Johto, there's not a whole lot of memorable characters. We ended up choosing Wolfric not just because of his design, but because his anime appearance made him a legitimate threat. Using Mega Obama Snow, using Bergmite to set up the hail, he was dangerous, and it showed when he beat Greninja and Ash nearly no sweat.
Yeah. Like, okay, straight up, this is just a problem with Kalos, but if you wanted Wolfric to be a later gym leader, give him a Mega type. If you wanted him to be an early gym leader, if you wanted him to just be an ice gym leader without a Mega, make him an early gym leader so that way you don't have many options and you actually have to think about how you're going to counter ice.
And it is a real shame because they wasted a baller design too.
Yeah, I really like how he's wearing his coat like a One Piece admiral.
Yeah. And he's got the beard of a mall Santa down pat.
And supposedly, I think in lore it said that either he trained Wake or Wake trained him. I could totally believe that Wake is the kind of guy who is way younger than he looks.
Hmm.
But yeah. For Alola, there isn't gym leaders, but there is kahunas. And so, when it came to the kahunas, we have to go with Nanu Aizawa.
This was really a two-horse race between Nanu and Hala, but
Yeah.
we decided not for Hala because he is also an Elite Four member.
Which, okay, hear me out. Why don't you just make all the kahunas the Elite Four? You challenge them at the end of your trial, then you get a date, and then it's like, oh hey, you gotta fight all of them again, but this time nothing's being held back. Anyway,
Granted, you do miss out on the chance to fight oh, who is Sophocles' cousin?
Moylane,
Yeah, Mullane. You miss the chance to fight Mullane, but that's a whole other topic.
I don't even think you fight him in anything but the Ultra games.
Still, I think he's a great fight.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong, he is. Anyways, I just want to point out, since he is Nano Aizawa, then we have Acerola Airy, and this is adorable.
Yeah,
When the Pokemon
yeah, it is.
fandom comes to drawing human characters, it's wholesome. When it comes to drawing the furry monsters, be careful.
Nanu is a very simple pick. He's solid all around. His relationship with Acerola is cute, and I like his dark type specialty.
Yeah. Moving on to Galler. Oh no, she's hot! It's Nessa.
This was another one. This was another generation where there was only a couple real options, being her, Raihan, or oh,
I was gonna say Kabu, but I think you're gonna say Milo.
I was gonna say B.
Oh, B. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
make
we decided on Nessa because she's a very solid early gym leader,
yeah.
and yeah, it's actually like really difficult if you didn't pick Grookey.
Like that is something I do have to respect Galar for, was that they made the first three gym leaders grass, fire, water. So no matter what starter you picked, you would excel in one gym, pay for it in another, and be neutral. But to be real with you, it kind of starting with grass makes Score Bunny the definitive best starter because you have it earliest and you can get counters for Nessa. Anyways, that's not the point. The point here is water trainer named Nessa. I kind of wish I could put an Earthbound hat because I could make it Ness. I kind of wish I did that.
Yeah, no, but
Okay.
genuinely, she's no, genuinely, she's really solid. It's just that Galar is a bit on the weaker side when it comes to gym leaders.
Okay, this is something I want to point out. You know how, like, the final boss rush, you can fight gym leaders and rivals on the way to the top in a tournament? I kind of wish that,
Yeah,
like, round one, you would fight a gym leader, but it's randomized which gym leader you would get. So that way you kind of just have to build a rock solid team all around for all fights.
yeah, rather than it being a set path of Nessa B, Piers, whoever.
Yeah. And finally, Paldea. The last time we have a definitive correct answer. I will give you a second to figure it out. It's Larry.
Hmm. Now you may be asking, we did eliminate Hala because he's an Elite Four member when Larry is too. Here's the difference though. No one is competing with Larry in Gen 9.
Yeah.
Not a soul.
Like, there's the difference between giving it to Nanu because of that reason versus the undeniable answer. Cause he's just working 9 to 5.
The thing with Larry is that he's become so iconic in such a short amount of time. There's no real way to deny this man. I mean, even in his too many, he showed up in too many types, replacing Glacia,
Yeah.
an Elite Four member in 2 generations, and a gym leader in one of them. Like, this guy is overworked, and it's so funny.
I know. Oh boy. I also love just his, like, between all the gym leaders, we have like Brock, I guess Chuck, and okay. But I was gonna say like Larry is just the most normal sounding name on this list, and then I realized we have Brock and Chuck. I mean, not Chuck, Brock and Chuck, Chuck and Norman. But still, I could walk by the street and
Yeah, I
see
know, but
someone Larry.
yeah, they're
You know
all
what?
supposed to be like puns based on the name of, like, based on their typing, and then you've just got Larry.
Yeah. You know what else I'm realizing? There's Bob to Tomato, and I like to think this guy voices Larry the Cucumber now. Listen, I got a voiceover job at 4, a
and
waiter job at 5, and the Elite Four at 6. Can we hurry this along?
yeah, in the future, entertainment will be randomly generated.
If
If
you
you get that
like
reference, you
to
were a
talk
true
to
VeggieTales fan.
tomatoes. Yeah, I thought you were like, gonna mention Dumber Dumber Demolition Man. But anyways,
No.
that's gonna do it. So to review the list, we have Brock, Chuck, Norman, Crasher Wake, Clay, Wolfric, Nanu, Nessa, Larry.
So
So that's
yeah, that was yeah.
yep, that's gonna do it. Any last words you want to say?
Um no, I just wanted to say that Gen 10 better not screw it up.
What I will say is this: we had Larry make our slides.
Yeah. We didn't do this.
Yeah, we had Larry do it. Why do you think it's so lazily done? Anyways, take care, everybody. We'll see you all next time. And by the way, there's going to be a next time.
See y'all later.
Bye. Murder.
Yes.